our government, the FTC, the FBI, the governor of California, the attorney general of California, uh, the attorney generals of all the states that this guy is doing business in, and the press, both local and national, need to stop this criminal Ray Reynolds, Dana Reynolds, and 20 plus other aliases that he uses that operates one or more nonprofits doing extreme harm. This guy is portraying himself as a pastor, and he is stealing likely hundreds to thousands of people's money under the auspices of a nonprofit doing good and a pastor, and people are believing him, and he's doing extreme harm. 4 out of 4 purchases that I made, okay, over the course of a year and a half, this guy has stolen $75,000 from the company that I manage, and me. $75,000 plus $10,000 in interest, plus the money that was supposed to be uh, generated to the corporation monthly from the franchise, which was a tune of $4,000 to $8,000 a month. Okay, and not a cent of that. Okay, this guy's a criminal. He's operating a Ponzi scheme. Ray Reynolds credit webinars is a joke. He sets people up for $99 to $150, and then he upsells them, or should I say his staff of the Giving Days Foundation upsells them. And Monica Perez is a criminal. She has lied to me repeatedly. She doesn't remember what she said yesterday. She says things and then takes them back. She changes her mind left and right, on purchases, and it's like, wait a minute, this insanity. They're talking about advice, that I was paying for advice. No, I was paying for a purchase. Okay, I made 4 separate purchases. I have signed documents. I have emails. I have uh, audio recordings. I have signed documents. I have pictures, all to prove that that Monica Perez, Ray Reynolds, Dana Reynolds, because he went to jail for 18 months under Dana Reynolds for tax evasion. He has 20 plus different aliases that he goes by, and usually most of those aliases are he's doing something criminal. Okay, or at least why would you have 20 plus aliases, unless of course you're doing something that you don't want the average people to know. Anyways, so this guy he's in your neighborhood. He's in Orange County. He's in California, okay, or the city of Orange, and he's in California, and he's doing extreme harm to the people around you as well as nationally. The government, the governor, the commissioner, the FTC, the FBI, the IRS, the SEC need to clamp down on this guy and put him in jail where he belongs. He's got his entire staff of the Giving Days Foundation helping him. They're accomplices to his crimes. Monica Perez is accomplice to his crimes. She's actually doing many of the crimes herself. Okay, I heard that Ray Reynolds hired his wife, and she's now, these are all people that are driving the car to the felony of robbing a bank. In this case, robbing individuals like me or the company that I represent. This guy is a criminal, and he's hiding behind a nonprofit, and he's hoping that it takes 6 months or longer for you to put him in jail, so he can steal thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars from each person, from hundreds of thousands of people, before you put him in jail, because he's already stolen nearly $100,000 from one person alone. Okay, for one company alone. So this tells me that it's likely he's done this many, many times. Okay, I can't be the only one out there. He's bullied me to the point where it's just incredible. Both him and Monica bullied me to the point where days turned into weeks, weeks turned into months. Okay, and I was out for my franchise. I was out to get money from the franchise that I had purchased into. That's the only reason why I took his bullshit. Okay, I didn't want to threaten that, but they threatened it by saying I was just to receive, or the company was just to receive in the money in 4 to 6 months. And after the seventh month, I called in to find out what happened with the money. Oh, it'll take another 4 to 6 months. Like, what? You kidding me? I've got recordings of this. This is just insane. It's a Ponzi scheme. This guy belongs behind bars. He needs to be audited by every company, every institution, every government entity, and put behind bars immediately. And anybody that's associated with him that works at the Giving Days Foundation, they need to be uh, found just as guilty as he is, because every time I called in, I made many calls, and they said they get tons of calls of upset people. And I've got recordings of that in some of the other YouTube videos. So this guy is a freaking criminal, and he doesn't care how many people he hurts. He doesn't care how much money he steals from anyone. Doesn't matter who they are. In fact, the more money you can get out of them, the better. Okay, because he's that type of guy. He believes he's worth $3,000. Well, the reality is he's a criminal. He can believe he's worth millions of dollars. It doesn't matter. Okay, so this guy belongs in jail, where hopefully he'll end up very quickly. So, with the help of the government, with the help of the press, um, I think he and the staff of the Giving Days Foundation and anyone helping him should be going to jail for a very, very long time. In 18 months, it would be we're talking 5, 10 years or longer, because this guy doesn't change his spots. He comes up and does other things that are illegal. In fact, he might even be operating multiple illegal schemes in addition to this nonprofit. So, anyways, check him out. He's likely hiding all of his assets. He's likely having his nonprofits, items, furniture, cars, you name it, leased to the nonprofit at the highest dollar possible from his for profits. So he makes a ton of money that way. You know, he's, he's as far as donations go, if you use up all the money and you have nothing to pay towards donations, well, that's probably what he's doing. He's using up all the money before he can give away any. Okay, and he's funneling it all into his for-profit businesses. So, anyways, check him out. Put him in jail. That's where he belongs, along with Monica Perez and possibly even his wife and stuff like that.